Okay, just gonna throw this out here right now. I have yet to buy the Callisto Protocol. I have no intentions of buying the Callisto Protocol. I have not played the Callisto Protocol, but I already know a lot about it. And I do want to say this. I was originally planning on making a video about this game. And a good friend of mine had recommended that I check out the Callisto Protocol because he knows that I'm a sci-fi nerd and he knows that I am very in love with the Dead Space franchise. I have sunk multiple hours into Dead Space 1, beat it a couple of times, and then I beat Dead Space 2 on the 360 not long afterwards. Dead Space was a game that horrified me at a very young age, but I soon fell in love with it. And so, the Callisto Protocol was being made by former developers of Dead Space, and so I thought that there was a large level of competency there. No, there fucking wasn't. Now, if you just take a look at the Steam page, there are some obvious red flags, looking back at it, that this game was going to be pretty bad from the beginning. This video is not going to be strictly about the Callisto Protocol anymore from this point. I will only be using it as an example. So this is when the video takes a bit of a turn. This is now going to turn into a buyer's guide on Steam. So welcome to Techmo's Steam Buyer's Guide. If a game looks a little too good to be true, like, say, this, then it probably is. Now, this isn't always 100% the case, and the player should use discretion when looking at various games. For example, like I said, this game, not doing too well right now, has a lot of performance issues, and a lot of people are complaining about it currently. However, if you take a look at a game like GTFO, it is very clear that high-quality games can be put out by indie developers from other dev studios, so take that with a grain of salt. However, here is a much larger red flag. Let's skip to the end of this trailer. You can buy the Day 1 edition of Callisto Protocol on launch, or you can buy the Digital Deluxe edition of the Callisto Protocol as well. Now, when I say this is a red flag, I mean this is a huge red flag if they are doing large deals with special editions of the games on Day 1, and that is what I consider a bit of a problem. Now let's scroll down a little bit and let's take a look at the rest of the Steam page. So there is a $60 price tag on this, and there is a $80 price tag on this. And not included is a season pass for $30. So let's say that you spent money on the Digital Deluxe Edition and the season pass. You spent over $100 on this game and it doesn't even work. Now let's say that you're also the sucker who decided to pre-order the game. Now you spent $70 before you knew that the game worked, before anybody could have a say on if the game worked or not, and on top of that, you could have also spent money on the season pass. Why? This is not a good thing. This right here, this shit is not good. Not good. This is just upsetting to look at. Okay, now let's keep scrolling down. There's more info on this. Okay, good. We can tell what the season pass includes. A skin, a bundle, discover the ultimate survival horror experience with a new mode, Contagion, with reduced ammo and health drops, a customized difficulty, and permadeath. There are no second chances to escape Black Iron Prison or the horrors lurking beneath the surface of Callisto. The Contagion bundle also includes 13 new Jacob death animations and the Watchtower skin collection. Oh, okay. So Dark Souls mode with skins and animations. Awesome, cool. The Riot bundle. Venture into a previously undiscovered area of Black Iron Prison and battle through waves of brutal enemies, gather credits to upgrade your weapons or forge new ones, and survive the onslaught as long as you can in Riot. An all-new mode, the Riot bundle includes 12 new enemy death animations and the Engineer skin collection. What? So it adds a Horde mode plus, like, extra skins? I mean, I'll give them credit on the Horde mode, but damn, dude! Really? Story DLC. Dig deeper into the horrifying secrets of the Calisto Protocol. Okay, cool. At least they're adding story stuff for $30. Okay. Now, I'm not going to read everything here. You can take a look at this if you really want to. I'll leave it up for a few minutes if you really want to pause it, just to take a look at this. But right now, this is already not that promising. This is already turning into a not-so-good deal. Now, let's scroll down even further. Oh, would you look at that? 75 gigs of space recommended and an SSD recommended. Folks, the recommended amount is 16 gigs, and the bare minimum to even launch the game is 8. This is a bit absurd, in my opinion. Does anybody not see how this can be a bit red flaggy? Let me repeat this. These guys made Dead Space. They have a Day 1 edition, a Digital Deluxe edition, a Season Pass, which they're not calling it DLC. They're just saying that it's a Season Pass. Just call it a DLC. Just call it a game DLC. That's all you need to do. I don't understand why they didn't just do that. Is it because DLC has, like, a negative connotation now? Oh, hey, at least that's cool. At least you can play this if you're in other countries, like Japan, or Spain, or Korea, or Chinese. Okay, that's actually kind of impressive. The fact that there's full audio in Chinese. Alright, you know what? I'll give credit to that. I'll give credit to that. That's awesome. I like the fact that people in other countries can play this game. That's sick. But the Steam page itself is a mess, man. Look at this. I know I'm getting upset over just like random shit, but this is not good. Now look at this. This has Denuvo anti-tamper DRM, which everybody has problems with Denuvo. Nobody here likes Denuvo, let's be completely honest. And an activation limit on 5 different machines. Now I hope they get rid of this, because this sucks. This sucks. For a lot of reasons. But whatever, we're not going to get into that right now. All I'm going to say is that it was very controversial when Mirror's Edge Catalyst first launched. Like, very, very controversial. Now, why are there 3 links to the EULA? Like, okay. Yeah. Okay. So, introduction, craft and ink. Let's just see if these are all, like, basically the same. Alright. No. They're different documents. These are different documents, and they're all, like, labeled EULA. Why don't you just say the the terms of service and license agreement, the rules of conduct agreement, and the privacy policy? Why don't you just say that instead of EULA, EULA, EULA? That's very confusing for people who, for some reason, decide to sit down and read the EULA. That sucks. That sucks. But there are other games that do things like this. Not with the EULA thing, but I'm strictly talking about the too good to be true sometimes sort of thing. Ready or Not is a very good example. Now, Ready or Not, while they did reduce their price from... No, it doesn't. Actually, they didn't reduce their price. It's still a $40 game. Now, I've played Ready or Not. I've had fun with Ready or Not. Ready or Not's a good game. But an $80 supporter edition that gives you a bunch of false, well, not false, but a bunch of vague promises as to upon full release and when it releases is not a good sign. This is not good. I don't like this personally. Now, the major thing that this gives you right now is the HRT skin or the Hostage Rescue Team skin. That's it. That's all you get for now for $80. $80. Now, I guess you do actually also get access to the Experimental Supporters branch, which, cool, awesome, but you can't play it offline, so sucks to suck. But even then, like, this game, sure, it's fun, it looks great, it's awesome, but, like, $40? And the game's not even finished. The game's barely even finished, and it's $40. And on top of that, it's $80 for vague promises from an unfinished game. Now, something that is a bit red flaggy is this, and this isn't even correct anymore. 50 gigs of available space? Yeah, fucking right, dude. Yeah, right. You want to see what you really want to see what Ready or Not has got in store for you? Boom, 85.9 gigs. It is an 86 gigabyte game. It's not even finished yet, and they're charging $80 for one skin. Absurd, if you ask me. Absurd. I'm starting to become very upset because I'm a huge advocate for, you know, indie developers to make whatever they want, whether it's big or small, whether it's a first-person shooter or a roguelike. I'm a huge advocate for having diverse games, but it's really hard to root for developers that are leaving shittier conditions only to make the same exact problems that they were making when they were working at EA or 343 or Ubisoft or any of these other massive companies. So, like I said, there are a couple of things you should look out for if you're in the buyer's market. Make sure that you don't buy a deluxe edition unless, and I mean unless, you already know that the game works and you want to support the developers even further. You should only pre-order if you know what you're getting yourself into. That's another rule. If you ever see pre-order offers, don't ever take them. They're bad ideas. And I've been saying this for years, but I'm just gonna say this again. Pre-orders are not good. Never, ever, 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 ever pre-order a game, because then the developer can just run away with the money if they really wanted to. The only game I have ever pre-ordered was the Halo Master Chief Collection on PC, and that's because I've played the other Halo games. I knew what I was getting myself into. Kind of. Scram. Scram as soon as you can if you see that they are openly saying that they are using de novo DRM. That is typically not a good thing, especially if they are also throwing out the fact that they are limiting how many machines you can put a game on. That's also not good. And last but not least, pay attention to that file size. If the game says that it's over 50 gigs, then maybe you might want to reconsider. Or maybe you might want to wait until they update their system requirements page. It typically takes forever for them to do that, but it's a thing you should consider waiting for. I don't know. Hopefully this will make you a better spender, or maybe this will allow you to buy games that you genuinely want to look at over games that are a bit problematic, to say the least. Hi there, it's Techmo from the future. AKA the future of, I just finished rendering this video and then I realized something. So the major problem with the Calisto Protocol right now, and I should have mentioned this earlier and I feel bad for not mentioning this earlier, part of the issue of what's going on with that game is the fact that the developers crunched the fuck out on it. Remember, shitty working conditions equals shitty game. Advocate for better working conditions for developers. There you go. Goodbye. Anywho, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, as it really does help out the channel. Oh, and definitely hit that notification bell so you know exactly when I upload. This has been Techmo Snowspark signing off. Peace!